The wild dogs ran away when they noticed something wrong in the water. A large Asian water monitor came out of the water and swam up to the dead body. The Asian water monitor sticks out its tongue as if it has smelled the stench. It's a kind of scavenger with a mauve-forked tongue, long and thin. Like that of a snake, its tongue is a sensitive chemical detector that can detect even the tiniest change in odor. More than 100 million years ago, reptiles once dominated the world. When dinosaurs died out, the Asian water monitor was one of the few survivors, and its size is the largest among all saurian. Though it is a reptile, the Asian water monitor is good at both climbing and swimming. The Asian water monitor feeds on carrion. There's a great deal of mycotoxin in its saliva, which helps it to digest the carrion. If you're ever bitten by the animal, unfortunately, the wound will definitely become infected. Even if the prey escapes, it still dies because of the septicemia, or blood poisoning, in the wound. It's possible that this huge monitor lizard could be the murderer, because the sambar is one of the targets of the Asian water monitor. The scene might have been like this. A sambar was drinking the water while an Asian water monitor rushed out and bit its leg. 2 days later, the wound became seriously infected and began to rot, making the animal weaker and weaker. Finally, it died beside the water after a rain, and the body was washed into the pond. The Asian water monitor is covered with heart-shaped scales of different sizes. Its back is grayish-black with yellow chain-like spots. The number of the spots is closely related to its age. It has strong feet and legs. Its tail is strong and forceful and acts like a rudder as well as a defense system. The wild dogs in the shade looked at the dead sambar anxiously, but were totally ignored by the Asian water monitor. The dogs' mouths kept watering, but they have to wait till the other members arrive. Suddenly, the dogs became excited and rushed to the food. Their partners in the pack had arrived. The dogs that had been waiting impatiently were tearing the sambar and started to eat as much as they could. Just then, the third dog arrived. They ate and kept alert. Wild dogs have a sensitive sense of smell and a remarkable endurance. Their hunting habits are similar to that of wolves: painstaking pursuit, collective siege, always on alert. The sharp pores clearly show that it is a vicious, violent, and binge eater. Sambars are one of their hunting targets. The wild dog is another important suspect in this rainforest murder. The crime scene might have been a group of hungry wild dogs plotting an attack on a sambar as they prowled. However, the sambar escaped successfully because of its excellent reflexes and speed after it was bitten in the thigh. It died soon after because of blood loss. When all the carnivores had finished eating the flesh, some residue was left for the small fish in the water. A few days later, workers found some bones of a sambar in the grassy area near the pond. They were curious, so they checked the bones carefully and tried to find the real reason for the death of the sambar. But they failed.
The answer isn't important. The presence of the predators keeps the forest alive and full of vitality. As such, it's an ideal home for all the animals. We'll continue with the story next time. That's all for today's Nature and Science, brought to you by CCTV International. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Dang Bing in Beijing. Bye for now.